Undefeated South Jersey heavyweight Bruce Seldon Jr. is back on the show here on 97.3 ESPN. Bruce, welcome back. How you doing today, my man?
I'm doing well, man. How about yourself?
Doing good. So tell the folks how the training camp has been going for you this time around.
It's been going good, man. It's been going good, working hard. Learning how to box, man. You know, I feel like my last few fights, we just go in, only in there for a couple seconds. You know, I've been really working on, you know, getting the rounds in. God get these rounds in, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone's going to go, you know what I mean? So just definitely, you know, fine-tuning certain skills, you know, and getting ourselves prepared for the later rounds.
Of course, that's Friday, November 7th. Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City is where you will be back in action with a stacked card of South Jersey fighters. Yourself, Justin Figueroa, Leah Lewandowski, and now Josh Popper joins the showcase. I mean, you're talking about a stacked card. This might be the stacked card of the year at this point.
Yeah, this card is going to be fire. This card is definitely going to be fire. I've been seeing each fight getting added on, and I'm just like, wow, this is going to be a great night of boxing. It's going to be another great night of boxing in Atlantic City, November the 7th. You know, it's going to be a good time. I feel like everyone, if you're a fan of boxing, even if you're not a fan of boxing, you should definitely come on and watch this. I feel like Larry Goldberg, the promoter, he put on a great show. He really stacked this card for everyone, for the fans and us.
For you, I want to know, because now this is multiple times you fought at Trop in Atlantic City. What has been the highlight for you so far?
As far as what? As far as my whole career?
Like, what has your highlight been, like, fighting in Atlantic City for you?
Oh, man, my highlight. I mean, honestly, I feel like just walking out, man. Just walking out into that crowd. You know, your song is playing. You know, you're seeing all the fans and all the people. You know, the stands packed. Everyone having a good time, cheering. I personally can't think of a better moment than that. Obviously, when the ref is raising your hand, of course, that's you can't get better than that. But you know, just feeling the love of the city. Inside, outside the ring, being a part of, you know, bringing boxing back to Atlantic City, that's a huge one too. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna contradict myself for a lot of things that I've said in the past, but also, you know, keeping my dad's name alive too at the same time. You know, I'm Junior. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, people tend to forget about Pops. Hey, you know, his son is out here doing it now too. So you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's so many highlights. There's so many highlights.
Well, if I can follow up on that, because you have talked about how you've tried to, you know, distance yourself a bit.
Of course.
At times, because you don't want that, you know, you don't want it to be an expectation hanging over your head.
Of course.
But it doesn't sound like it's an expectation for you at this point. It's more of like, hey, I am now part of the next step in a legacy, maybe.
Yeah, you know, I feel like at first, with it just being so new,
right?
Obviously, I want to get away from that. But at the same time, you know, I definitely embrace it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm still Junior. You feel me?
You're not afraid of it.
I'm not afraid of it. You know, I'm not afraid of it. And there's just as many cons, there's pros to it as well. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, and I'm not gonna take away from him. You know what I'm saying? He put a lot of work in that is currently helping me out at this moment in time. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, you know, don't talk about him. You know, salute to that man. You know, that's my father. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna shut him out like that. But at the same time, of course, I feel like everybody wants to carve their own niche and do their own thing and be known for the work that they put in the legacy that they create.
Well, it's also the idea that, you know, there are the people in your life now and the people who've been in your life for the last few years who have been a part of where you are now. So it's like you don't want to neglect them either.
Not at all.
And they are just as much a part of you paving this path as you paving this path, no matter what your name is.
Exactly. My coach Julio Sanchez, shout out to him. He told me one of the realest things. He was like, you need to have people around you that are going to be here for you when all this is said and done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like mom, dad, loved ones, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's right now. right now,
Right here, right now.
Right now, it's a lot of people popping up that wasn't here last year or the year before that. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not gonna be,
No, we're not naming names.
We're not naming names, exactly. But there's gonna be people.
But it's the understanding that it's the. Hey, who you surround yourself has an influence on who you are.
Exactly.
Now
you gotta stay grounded.
And tomorrow.
You gotta stay grounded. You gotta have people that actually care about you. You know what I'm saying?
You the person, not you the guy in the ring.
Not the brand, not none of that. You know what I'm saying? And those are the people that you really need around you.
Well, and I know it's more of a tragic story. By the way, we're talking with Bruce Seldon Jr., Friday, November 7th, Tropicana in Atlantic City, undefeated Absegami high school graduate. I was watching the Steve Nair documentary recently, and the story about his death and how he basically was he was murdered by his girlfriend, who he was cheating on his wife with. And I bring it up. I stop laughing over there. I only bring it up because of the fact that it's such an extreme example. But the world is full of the situations where someone comes into your orbit because of your name, your reputation, but they're not part of your orbit because of you.
Not at all. Yeah. That's man, I feel like we in a time where that's more normal than the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people just want to attach themselves to people that say have motion or a person that they can benefit off of.
Someone who's ascending, that they can be a mosquito and suck the blood out of them.
Exactly. There's a lot of those people out there, you know what I'm saying? So you just got to watch for that. You watch for that, and that's where going back to having people around you that actually care about you, that'll keep you grounded, you know what I'm saying? When you have a lot of yes men around you, they don't care, whatever. As long as I'm getting what I get, I'm cool. But the people that really care, they're gonna be like, hey, watch out for them. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just all about who you keep around you.
Yeah, that's what Lamar Odom needed back in the day when he was paying for 20 people's cell phone bills. So,
yeah, word.
But so we had Josh Popper on a little bit earlier in the show, and he made a comment that I wanted to ask you about. Because the weight class you guys are in does not require you to cut some crazy amount of weight to get to a specific, Justin Figueroa, he's got to do that every fight. So for you, what is maybe the benefit that maybe people don't understand about being in a weight class that doesn't require you to cut 20, 30 pounds for a weigh-in?
I mean, I feel like the obvious, you get to stay pretty fueled up throughout the whole camp, and shout out to these guys like, the Justins and pretty much everyone else on the card that isn't a heavyweight. It takes a lot to really work out and train and spar and do all that when your body's on E, you know what I'm saying? So as far as a heavyweight goes, we get to stay pretty fueled up throughout the whole time. So, I feel like it's it is what it is. I'm not really sure what to say about it. It's just, just being a heavyweight has its benefits, but at the same time,
do you see
we getting hit hard.
For example, do you see any difference in terms of non-training camp versus training camp weight at all? Is there maybe a marginal difference for you?
Honestly, I feel like there's I don't know. I feel like we're pretty much in the gym year round, so we work out pretty hard. So at the end of the day, all right. I can only speak for myself, right? At no point in time do I get more than 10 pounds away from where I like to be, for the most part. So for the most part, I like to be hovering around 225 to 230. So I'm not gonna get past 235, 240. So if I'm not in the training camp, even though I don't I don't have to be at this certain weight. I prefer to be at that weight. So I'm gonna eat clean, eat healthy, and just stay where I want to be. So when fight camp does come, I'm not too far away from where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to waste too much time cutting too much weight. You know what I'm saying?
Bruce, I always love to hear about the fight camp leading up to, because, fans, me included, we only get to see you on fight night when you're looking your best.
Yeah.
But can you kind of tell us, the listeners and everyone at home, like the grind and the sacrifice that you put into these camps so you get to look that good on fight night?
Man, you go through hell. You go through absolute hell. Like I have an amazing I have really good stablemates. Like my camp is almost like has like a family dynamic to it, like where we have in-house heavyweights. One of my heavyweights that's fighting, his name is Rodney, Bad News Brooks. He's fighting November the 22nd, right? This dude is humongous. This dude is what? He's like 6'5", 300 and something pounds. He's coming down though, but he's a big dude. Like I'm sparring this guy, you know what I'm saying? And this dude hits like a Mack truck, you know what I'm saying? Like probably hits way harder than my opponent. But that's the things you got to go through. You have to go through hell. So when you get to fight night, whatever might come your way is smooth. You know what I'm saying? I done been dealing with this for weeks or months now. You know what I'm saying? So this right here, this ain't about nothing. You feel me? And then obviously, you have, which is real, blood, sweat, and tears into this. Like, man, I've bled a lot in camp. Obviously I sweat a lot. I've cried a lot. You know what I'm saying? Emotions and all these different things that happen that you have to go through. So then when, fight night happens, you're calm, cool, and collected. You know what I'm saying? So you go through a lot. You go through a lot. But at the same time, it's a beauty in it, when especially like with your team, because you go through hell together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all in here dying. We're all in here hot. We're all in here bleeding. We're all in here sweating. We all at times are running on empty and still have to do these sprints and all these different type of things, right? So, I feel like, it's a grind, but it's also beautiful at the same time.
Well, that makes everybody better and pushes everybody harder, because you don't want to be the one guy who, cheaps out on a workout or takes it a step back. You see your brothers over there, everybody's
Facts.
Going hard. Now I got to go hard too.
Facts.
But it makes everybody better.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like, even though it's an individual sport, the preparation for it takes a team. So it's almost like,
it takes a village.
As you walk out as an individual, you're almost like, not to get too deep about it, but it's almost like you are. It's almost like you ever see the movie, like the Gladiator movies, where it's like they're all brothers because they're all slaves, but they all come out and they're individuals, but they are able to succeed because of their brothers.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just I personally can't say it any better than that. We all go through it together. So like, things that me and say like my brothers are going through, it's gonna prep me for my fight. It also preps him for his fight. You know what I'm saying? So we're all ascending as a team.
Rising tide raises all boats.
Perfectly said. That was perfectly said.
Put that in the gym on the quote on the wall.
Facts, right.
Before we let you go, Bruce Seldon Jr. again, Friday, November 7th. What the social media people can hit you up for tickets?
Absolutely. So listen, people, we have to sell these tickets. This is very important, all right? So these tickets are $80 a pop. My social media is Bruce Seldon Jr. on Facebook and Instagram. Please hit me up. $80 a pop. I am local. I'm in this area. You know what I'm saying? If you need some tickets, please hit me up. I will bring them to you, or we can have them waiting for you at will call. Like I said, $80. Social media is Bruce Seldon Jr. Please hit me up. Thank you.
Absolutely. Bruce Seldon Jr. Again, it is Friday, November 7th, just days away is the action-packed event of the fall season, the Tropicana Showroom in Atlantic City. Bruce Seldon Jr. is a part of a stacked card, including undefeated super welterweight Justin Figueroa's first fight since winning a belt this summer. His return to Atlantic City. Also, rising women's boxing star Leah Lewandowski, top-ranked international heavyweight Otto Whalen, and also Josh Popper's return to Atlantic City. All a part of you do not want to miss. The biggest boxing event of the fall season, Friday, November 7th. Tickets on sale. Bruce Seldon Jr. is where you hit him up for those tickets from him directly, supporting a local fighter. And, of course, this is presented, as always, by Boxing Insider Promotions.